What do I require to do here? If I snap out of my victim story, what would change? If I have to accept the rejection that came my way, what can I do right now? Now, these all questions accept the point where you're at, the struggle that you're experiencing, and then ask a question about moving forward. Has it happened to you that your memories from the past have taken over, and though you know that you are in a fresh situation, you are in a different problem, they just start nagging or keep nagging and do not allow you to make a different choice? If so, then today's mental fitness hack will be absolutely handy for you. Welcome to Absolutely Right, India's first graphology based leadership show. I'm your host Aditi Surana. I'm a behavioral analyst, a high performance coach, and an anti anxiety expert. We're currently in the middle of a 5-part series where I talk about 5 of my favorite mental fitness tools that every high performer must have, and journaling is my go to. You might have heard of journaling. Most of us have done either Dear Diary or writing our thoughts down on the paper, or at least maintaining a digital journal to keep our minds sorted. And that's not what I'm talking about. The journal that I'm referring to is an assisting partner when it comes to keeping your cool, keeping your calm, actually figuring out what do you truly want to do. And for that, we have to follow a 3-step journaling process. In 2020, when India announced its first lockdown, as a knee jerk reaction, my team and I thought of doing something to help people. We said we can't help people physically because everybody is in the lockdown. Can we do something for mental fitness? And this is where we did our first free 21-day anti anxiety journaling workshop. In no time, from 50, we had around 3,000 people who went through the process. And it was surprising for us. We didn't expect that to happen. We really had no clue how it was happening. But that journey was so powerful. I saw how following a 3-step process led to phenomenal transformation for people to deal with their anxiety, their confusion, their muddled mind. And that's why the 3-step process became one of my favorite tools to go to. So, step number 1 is where you ask a solution oriented question. Mostly people think journaling is like this cathartic process. You have a problem, you think about it, and you write exactly what happened, exactly what is hurting you. That could be stage 1, and most of you are aware of it. But you also know that reliving, rewriting, talking about that one issue over and over again is not finding solution. It's much better than keeping all those brewing emotions in your heart, but it does not solve the problem. So, asking a solution oriented question can actually move the mountain. For example, what do I require to do here? If I snap out of my victim story, what would change? If I have to accept the rejection that came my way, what can I do right now? Now, these all questions accept the point where you're at, the struggle that you're experiencing, and then ask a question about moving forward. And every time when you ask a solution oriented question, like a Google search engine, your mind goes around, start finding out ways in which it can move forward. It can come up with multiple different ways to get you to a next position, a resourceful position where you have at least 2 to 3 options to deal with the same problem. Step number 2. Did you hear me carefully? I said ask a question, but I never said respond to it immediately. Just asking a question in your mind starts all the churning going. All your emotions come about. You think about the resistance, the anger that you're experiencing, why you shouldn't be accepting that rejection. Everything starts just brewing up. Now stay with that emotional turmoil and move to the second very, very powerful stage called Kama Sutra S-stroke practice. You heard me right. The second step of Kama Sutra S-stroke practice can actually start calming you down physically. The stroke is a breath coordinated stroke. I call it handwriting yoga because when you do handwriting with this form of breath coordination, your body and then your mind starts slowing down, calming down, absolutely start feeling grounded. Now, if you don't do this stage, if you just move from question to respond, then you haven't changed anything. When you ask a question like that, you open your wound. The Kama Sutra S-stroke is the medicine. When you put that medicine automatically all the unnecessary emotions start leaving you. They actually start moving away from your current emotional status, and then you're left with what you require to think about and probably the solution and question that is actually in front of you. Now let's move to step 3, which is handwritten journaling technique. Set a timer for just 15 minutes and write everything that comes to your mind. It might be relevant, it might be irrelevant, but till the time the timer doesn't go off, do not get up from your seat. That is the key. Most of us do not know how to deal with our emotions. We have no mechanism to share it in a manner where you feel conveyed. Your mind do not trust you, so it takes time, it goes all over the place. But when you show up and when you stay there for 15 minutes without moving, without going anywhere, your mind starts realizing that it can trust you to express all the deep emotions. And that is what is required when it comes to sitting there and allowing that information to come to you. You know how when the tap is not used for a very long time and you start it after months or years, the beginning is not fun. The dirty water comes out, all the dust particles come out, and then the actual fresh water is available. Same thing happens with your mind. When you sit to write something, absolutely unrelated stuff start coming on the paper and you wonder, oh, how is it relevant to the question? Why am I even writing about it? But just stay with the process, and till the time the timer does not go off, just keep writing. I know it sounds like just keep swimming, that famous line from Finding Nemo by the character Dory, but exactly that's what you're going to do. Just keep writing until you feel that you have conveyed. Do not indulge more than 15 minutes because then your mind starts depending on this process as addiction. So don't do that. 15 minutes, more than enough. Write everything that comes to your mind. Now, this technique was so powerful that we have had more than 12,000 people who went through learning the Kama Sutra as stroke practice. If you have been one of them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. People used it to deal with all the anxiety-inducing situations that all of us went through. They also used it when they were infected with COVID in 2020, and they realized that it helps them feel calmer and the mind is clearer, which was one of the symptoms that you felt, the so-called disassociation. Lastly, keep in mind that one session of journaling won't do the job. So definitely figure out some time and do it on a regular basis. From episode 102 to 150, all even number episodes on the Absolutely Right podcast have different journaling questions. If you like this technique, go back and check out 102, 104 till 150. All even number episodes are dedicated to journaling techniques. You'll be able to find some phenomenal breakthroughs just by listening to those specific questions and using the journaling technique. If you want to learn the Kama Sutra stroke, the link is aditisurana.com/calm, CALM, SUTRA, Kama Sutra. If you want to do the 21-day anti-anxiety free journaling workshop, then the link is still available on our website. It's called aditisurana.com/lockdown21. This initiative became so popular that Amazon has commissioned me to write a book, which should be out in next few months. So whenever that is, I would definitely announce it and talk about it. Lastly, if you want to have more mental hacks and ways in which you can improve yourself on a daily basis, you can do two things. One, you can listen to our brand new podcast called Daily Mental Fitbit that launched on 7th of Jan 2022. And within 3 days, it became a chartbuster by being number 3 on Apple's mental health podcast list. I still can't believe this. So do check it out. And when you're there, make sure that you rate the podcast. And secondly, you can join India's first mental gym called APT. The link is aptmentalgym.com. You will get a complete support and an environment in which being mentally fit and actually thriving in your performance becomes your second nature. So do check that out. I'll see you on Wednesday with the second part episode of Megha Rao's phenomenal interview. Till then, happy writing.